Hey guys, Crystal Grace here and welcome to this pick a card reading, which is all about how is your pet currently feeling. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile 1, 9 of mind, which equates to swords, so 9 of swords. Pile 2 is 1 of heart, which is ace of cups. And pile number 3 is 11 of soul, which is wands energy. I am using this deck for this reading. I haven't used this since I actually first launched my Instagram channel, or page, I should say. But I would assume, I just want to double check. I'm pretty sure that just equates to the page of wands, but oh, yeah, that's right. This deck doesn't have court cards, I think. Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't have court cards. It's got astrology cards and it's got an extra, a couple of extra major arcana. So a quick disclaimer while you are connecting with one of the piles. If this reading begins to trigger you in any way, or if this reading makes no fucking sense to you, then click off the reading and have a great day. I definitely don't sit here to conjure negative messages or energies or inaccurate information, to ruin your day, evening or night. It just sometimes we cross paths with a channel and we just simply don't connect with it, and that's absolutely fine. So with that said, let's find out how your pet is currently feeling. Pile number 1, those of you who chose 9 of Minds. Welcome to your reading. If you are looking for a personal reading, a link to my Etsy store is down in the description. Nine of Swords, right, is a card that could indicate you specifically is in a state of disarray, highly strung out, very stressed over something. But the thing about this card, this imagery on this card does not indicate to me that like stress, it looks like quite a nice, peaceful place. Some of you could be in the bath right now when you are listening to this reading. Lucky you. And some of you could be sitting in a park where there's like one of those platforms like gondolas where people get married. You could be looking at flowers. But we've got peace of mind here. So maybe you've literally come to this reading because there's something stressful happening in regards to you and your pet. And maybe you are seeking some kind of peace of mind. Some information might come through on this reading, and hopefully it does. It's the whole point of me doing it. But maybe you are at your wit's end. Some of you could be dealing with some behavioral issues with your fur friend, fur baby. And you want some concrete answers. So maybe for some of you, the fur baby, fur friend is going through some difficulties at this time. And I'm being really drawn to this concrete here. And concrete's rock hard. Like you want some rock hard evidence or rock hard answers in order to alleviate the stress or whatever's playing on your mind. So you could be trying to be very hopeful at this time. Maybe your pet is super elderly. So maybe unfortunately they're ready for the rainbow road. So hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, let's jump into it. We're asking if that resonates, then this is your pile. If it doesn't, then it's not your pile. Pick another one or simply trust that there isn't a message for you. So we want to ask, how is your pet feeling, right? Oh. Well, that was fucking wild, wasn't it? I don't know what that was about, but me not screwing the little thing in. All right. Show us how Pile 1's pet or pets are feeling. So Father equates to the Emperor. Nine of Souls is Nine of Wands. Two of Hearts, Two of Cups. And Akashic records. We do have truth on the bottom of the deck. Lots of purple here. You could be very spiritually connected to your pet. Like your pet is very like very attuned with you. Like obviously how your pet is feeling. When you think about the role of the father is like they're feeling very protected and very safe in your energy. But we do have an angel representing the father. So, and I think about our father who aren't in heaven. So for some of you, these cards invite me to firstly address any of those where your pet is on their way to the Rainbow Road or over the Rainbow Bridge, I would say that how they're feeling is like they're ready, is what I feel. I feel like they've come to the truth or the realization that it's like time to go to heaven, to our like fatherly, like to our Father in the heavens. And this is like obviously a very personal reading. Some of you may think, oh, this is silly, but please keep your comments positive and high vibrational, because somebody's pet is not okay right now. And I don't give a fuck what you think about this reading. So I'm not sure why I felt the need to be so assertive there, but I'm sure it'll reach the right person. So back to you, Pile 1. Your pet is definitely feeling like they've accepted the truth for what it is, and for what it is to move on. I feel like the love that you gave them with this Two of Hearts, Two of Cups, was like this, like very out of this world, very worldly. So when you think about the world, it's so large, and Jupiter's coming to my third eye as well, and it's so big. It's like, I don't know if it is the biggest planet out of all of them that we, learn about or know about. But I feel like with this Two of Cups, how they're feeling is like the love and the devotion that you offered them on this path. Like they will take that, like that is embedded in their soul with this Akashic records. I think I'm getting confused with that because I'm always used to seeing the IC at the end. So Akasha or Akashic. I'm just going to say Akashic because it feels better. Anyway, I feel like how they're feeling is that the love that you've provided for them in this life is going to help them in the next life. I also feel like with this Akashic energy, if they, we could sit here and talk about like animals and how they've ended up as an animal for days on end. Like I even came up with a theory the other day, like what if animals were just like aliens, like just in animal form? That's not really resonating here or being applied, but I feel like your pet feels like any past issues they've had to deal with in this life, they've healed from it. Or it's like this Akashic card coming out, how they're feeling is like the love that you showed them in this life is going to come into like, is going to be beneficial in the next life. I also feel like the Akashic records here, it's like a journey of the soul, but animals will imprint on us. And I feel like how your animal feels is like the imprint you've left on them will be taken with them for lifetime after lifetime. And I think that's a very beautiful, sacred connection you have. And with all the purple here, I feel like you and your pet or pets are very, very connected. You can think what they're thinking, but you may not even know, pile one, that you may joke around and think you know what they're thinking, but what you know or what comes through intuitively for you is actually what they're thinking. They very much love you. They see you as a soulmate, and soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. With the 9 of Wands in reverse, it's like releasing, right? Is sort of how I feel. Like there's been some kind of release. And we kind of see that with the truth. But I feel like how they're feeling with the 9 of Wands in reverse, and we're going to leave this reading here and move to the next pile. Like I think it's more like a message from them to you is like releasing them is not giving up on them. Releasing them is ensuring that they can move on in a timely manner, or they can move on with some form of like dignity. So it depends how fragile the animal is, if that's resonating. But I kind of feel like stop trying, like what the animal wants to say is like stop refusing the inevitable, like stop defending, like stop defending what the outcome, like the outcome is upon us, is what I feel. And I feel like a lot of you are really struggling at this time, and as you do when your pet is on their way out. But burnout is being felt here. Like some of you have gone and maybe paid lots of money to the point where like it may have put you in some kind of like financial burden, okay? I feel like what your pet is trying to say is just like to stop being stubborn, because 9 of Wands talks about a stubbornness energy, like release them, allow them to move on to the next life. That is the greatest gift that you can give them at this point in time. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I feel like this was a very sensitive reading, and I feel confident that that was specifically probably for one person on the whole planet. Maybe, well, I wouldn't want many people going through this, because, watching a pet, slowly losing life. Oh, it's horrible. I've not ever forgotten one of my pets, and it breaks my heart even thinking about it. But yeah, I send all my love and strength to you, pile 1. And yeah, good luck with the journey that is upon you. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose 1 of Hearts, so Ace of Cups, this is your reading. So how is your pet feeling? Well, this could be a new pet. You may have recently just adopted this pet, rescued this pet. Ace of Cups is a card that talks about the start of a new relationship. Love is the key. Maybe this pet is currently feeling very loved by you. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is a new pet. A new relationship has commenced between you and your pet. So maybe it could be the fact, like, for instance, cats, right? Cats don't just trust any old person. It doesn't matter how long you've rescued a cat, it takes a while for them to finally bond with you, or trust you, I should say. They can bond with you and imprint on you, but building that everlasting trust can take some cats a whole lot longer than other cats. Dogs are pretty like, very open, wear their heart on their sleeve types of animals. Cats are not really like that. Some cats can be. It's not to say all cats are like that, but yeah, cats that have definitely come from rescue centres takes a very long time to build trust with them. But yeah, I definitely feel like if this is a new relationship with a new feline or a puppy dog, it could be a ferret or something like that, some kind of random pet here, then this is your pile. I feel like, the dove is bringing the rose the key. I feel like this pet found you, or at least feels like they found you when they needed you the most, or maybe you found this pet when you may have needed them the most, like you were on the verge of godly who knows what. But yes, love is the key. That is very true. That resonates. Awesome. Let's jump into it. Let's find out, how is pile 2's pet feeling? We are accepting, what do you say, reversals. Six of Swords. That's too many. Consciousness. Okay. What I pick up from that card, I'll pull the cards and then we'll talk. And bottom of the deck. All right, so we do have 7 of Swords, feelings of guilt. Okay, we've got the 6 of Swords, memories. We've got consciousness in reverse. We've got mother. It's funny, pile 1, father came out. So you could be a person who's dealing with the situation that came out in pile 1, and that is why this animal has come into your life, possibly. Some people tend to do that. And then we've got the 3 of Souls, so 3 of Wands. If this is a new connection, the 7 of Swords is basically telling us how your cat is feeling. If they're an older cat, I don't know why I'm saying, you must have a cat. So some of you, let me know down in the comments. Why am I saying cat? So random. Your pet, how your pet is feeling. So if we're talking about feelings of guilt with this 7 of Swords, it's something like that's been left behind is what I feel. It's like when you accidentally leave something behind at the beach, you're genuinely quite sad about it because you're never going to see it again. So maybe how your pet is currently feeling is that they feel like something's been left behind. So if you've just gone and rescued or purchased this fur baby from somewhere, I would say there are other animals they were close to that they are feeling, sad or feeling like they're left behind, right? Something's been left behind we're asking just how the pet is feeling. So anything can come out. May not necessarily be about how they're feeling about you, okay? But the thing here, they do feel something about you. They feel like you're a mother, like you're the giver of life and nurturer of the divine for them. So they know they've hit the jackpot with you. But the 6 of Swords sort of tells me that how they're feeling is that they have been taken away from a less they have been taken away from more of a dramatic, hectic place and brought in somewhere very peaceful, very high vibrational even, okay? Because the 6 of Swords talks about, leaving rocky waters, leaving the drama behind and moving towards calmer seas. So the pet is definitely feeling like, although there's feelings of guilt about leaving wherever they've left, they understand that where they've ended up is a place of love, but with a mother-like human. Okay, you're probably feeding this pet the top of the range food in their opinion for whatever they know to be the top of the range. Now, the consciousness message here is you have not spiritually connected with this pet yet, and that would be completely understandable on the basis of you and them just coming into union, is how I feel. So how they're feeling is like you can't read them energy yet. You can't read their feelings yet. When they're maybe talking to you like meow, meow, or woof, woof, they feel like you don't understand. You're not understanding them. So you can't, maybe pets do understand telepathy. They would have to, because like cats particularly, they know telepathy. I've seen them all in a fucking circle having a conversation. It's crazy. I've woken up in the middle of the night and the three of mine are having a seance around me. I don't know, with me literally in a triangle. So weird. And they were all staring at me, and it was very strange. But I do believe cats and animals can talk through the consciousness. So I just feel like with that coming out in reverse, there is no spiritual connection here, and that's how they feel. They're aware of that. So it's very unique. The mother card, I feel like we have tapped in. So it's very strong Empress energy here. It is the Empress card. So how are they feeling is like that they've found a new mother, like you're a mother, like human to them. Okay. I feel with this energy that they feel very safe. They feel very loved, or they're aware that that's what the journey is going to pertain here. And then lastly, with the Three of Wands, you did everything you could. I just feel like there's some kind of, there's a key with a lock. They just seem to be very like hung up on something that's been left behind. You did everything you could. So I don't know. I'd be interested to know if any of you, did you find like when you rescued this animal or purchased this animal, like was there some resistance to them leaving? Were they trying to cling on to whether it was another human or whether it was with another pet? Were you unable to like take the other pet? Sometimes when we look at rescue animals, they come in bonded pairs. So for some of you, some of these, one of these pets have come from a bonded pair maybe, which would be heartbreaking for you, I'm sure of it, because the fact you're represented as the Empress here, that wouldn't be easy to deal with. So feelings of guilt could be about the cat. I don't know why I keep saying cat. I'm so sorry. The animal, feeling like you need to release the guilt. Like, if you feel guilty as well, I just feel like that needs to be acknowledged. But this Three of Wands is a positive energy. It is a card that will talk about the pet looking ahead. And that's similar energy with that Six of Swords. So although there could be this sadness within them, they are looking ahead, knowing that there is a better, brighter future. So that is what I have for you guys. Let me know if that resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So how is your pet currently feeling? So I'm just going to pull the book for this card because I need to. It's just miracles are naturally occurring phenomena in everyday life. Your soul orchestrated your entire earthly experience, knowing that anything is possible. You are a gateway for spiritual communication. You have been drawn to these cards because you are a seer, a clairvoyant, and divine channel of love. Okay. All of life is a miracle. Miracles are naturally there. Isn't it funny, like when you think about animals, like they are seers, right? They see the other realm. I feel like you have been on a very long journey already with your pet, with this path all the way to heaven. But I also feel like for some of you, you may have feel like your current pet has been your pet before. Okay, there's something very similar about this pet that reminds you of a previous one. For others of you, if your pet is on their way to the rainbow, over the rainbow bridge, I advise to go back to pile 1 is what I am feeling called to. If they are not, then stay here. I actually feel like your pet has been sent to you as a miracle pet. Like your pet, you know that your pet, like your life has depended on your pet, is how I feel. Like for some of you, your pet has saved your life, like physically, like a dog can, like pets can save your life. For others of you, they've saved it in a way that is got to do with, like, you know, maybe you've had depression and really serious, depression is really serious mental health issue, but it comes in all shapes and sizes, right? And not everyone can deal with depression like others. So I feel like for a lot of you, for the vast majority of you who have picked this pile, like it's like your pet saved your life, or like your pet was sent to you, you found your pet, or your pet just sort of rocked up at your house, or somebody may have been giving it away and you just were there. It was all like timing. You were there at the right time. It was all orchestrated. And coming back to this energy where, like, you know, this pet, I feel like this was a divinely orchestrated reunion for some of you. Like, whether or not, I don't know how to explain it because I just don't, but I feel like the audience who have picked this pile will understand it. And if you would like to share that with us, we would love to hear about it because it's a very unique experience. But that's sort of what I'm picking up for your energy check-in. So if that resonates, it might have sounded very confusing, but let's get into it. Let's find out how your pet is feeling. Gemini, knowing like that. 7 of Cups. 8 of Wands in reverse, and bottom of the deck we've got Libra in reverse. Oh. I feel like your pet is currently feeling somewhat like confused. There seems to be some confusion. So I don't know if that means the pet is quite young, like younger than what most pets are when they do move to, you know, their forever home. For others of you, there could just be some confusion. Like pets can get, well, very confused if they've been put into a rescue center and then somebody comes along and relocates them to their home. So let me know what situation your pet is in, because then that will kind of give me a bit more clarity about what I'm connecting with, because this is only the second time I've done this pets. Well, it's the second time I've done it for a collective reading. I've done a few personal readings with the pets, which is obviously a lot easier to decipher what's coming through. But how the pet is currently feeling overall with the Libra in reverse, like there is this indecisive energy, but with the Gemini, that gets confirmed with the Gemini energy, because Geminis can be between two minds. Should I go? Don't I go? So maybe your pet is feeling like, should they come to you for affection? Should they not come to you? Like maybe they're really skittish and they don't know whether to trust you. Maybe their bond has not been, you have not bonded with your pet yet. And that could be the reason why there is this confusion, because the 7 of Cups has come out, and 7 of Cups is a confusing card. It's like, is this all an illusion? Like, is this person going to throw me away, like, my previous owner, if they've had a previous owner. If that's not it, then there's confusion because they've been pulled from their mother and into your arms, right? So there seems to be like this sort of like energy pulling and push-pulling, like wanting to come towards you but then wanting to pull away. Like they're very confused is what I feel with the Libra in reverse. But this knowing energy, this knowing card, sorry, I haven't used this deck for years. So I'm just going to pull it's a tarot deck, but it's not, like, it's very unusual. Like maybe with this knowing, like the soul remembers. So maybe like this is confirming the confusion. Like they know it's safe to be with you, but then they don't know whether to trust what they're feeling maybe. Like they know that what they see, right? They realize like the path, the journey towards you, like they don't know whether to trust it, I think, with the knowing card. Like there is this state of confusion. They don't know whether to trust their intuition, but what they are doing or how they're feeling is paying attention to you and how you behave, even coming down to like your routines, like, observing everything you're doing, watching everything you're doing, listening, always listening to everything you're doing in the home. So trust is building here, but this card says at the bottom, the soul remembers. So maybe the more this pet is observing you and trying to understand you, something's igniting within their soul, like maybe making them feel more comfortable is maybe how they're feeling. With the Gemini, Geminis are a highly intelligent sign placement to have. They're thinkers, which confirms that your pet is currently thinking all the time about you, thinking, watching what are you going to do next. Some of you, maybe you did something to this pet. If this is not a new pet, maybe you did something to them and they didn't like it. It's created some kind of confusion. Maybe you put them in a pet stay or something. Maybe you went away for a bit. That could also kind of correlate to this energy, because if it's just been you and your pet for ages and then you go MIA, it's going to send your pet into a whirlwind of like, what the fuck? Like that would most likely talk about the argumentative aspect of the Libra in reverse as well. Maybe wanting to start a fight with you for doing something deceptive, right? Yeah, this pet is feeling like they need to be maybe versatile or like friendly towards you, right? Like positive attributes of a positive attribute or quality about Gemini is being friendly and playful and witty as well. Like witty I see as playful. So maybe they know they need to open up to you or come towards you, but they're confused about that. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, there is a communication blockage here. At least that's how they're feeling. Like you're not listening. You're not listening to what they're asking for. You're not like the communication between the two of you is not apparent to them, or like you're just not listening. I see your pet like shaking the head or something like that, and they see you as not listening. But yeah, the Seven of Cups is indicating the confusion, or maybe it's indicating how they're feeling is like, is this all an illusion? Is this all too good to be true? Especially if you have taken your pet and put them into a very loving, nurturing home, waiting for the clock to tick that when they get shipped back to wherever they've come from. So take that as it resonates. And then to close out the reading with the Eight of Wands in regards to how they're feeling. Yeah, like it's like they're waiting for chaos. They're waiting for something bad to happen. Like they don't believe what's unfolded is going to remain as Like they don't believe what's been like where they are now is going to remain. They feel like they're going to be shafted or moved for some of you. For others of you, it could be just like they're feeling very frustrated. Like they're feeling really hasty because maybe you did put them in a pet holiday home or something. So feeling overwhelmed is another aspect of the Eight of Wands. So the pet could be feeling like, if they're feeling sort of like down and not really motivated or anything, I'd say your pet is feeling very sad. You're going to know that. Pets will mope around and you can tell if they're feeling sad. So maybe some playtime might help with that, or a special treat. Because the Eight of Wands can also talk about a relationship losing momentum. So maybe some of you aren't spending enough time with your pets to bond with them, right? And that's how they're feeling. They want more bond time. They want more communication, more time to be spent with you. You could be traveling a lot for work here. They may hate the fact that you are never at home as well. And that might make them feel overwhelmed, pile 3. Like if you're never at home, you're always at work. They probably really don't like that. You may have a pet that's very high anxious. You may have a pet that's very codependent here and you're not actually aware of that. And that's also another energy I'm picking up. And that would also connect with like a confusing pet. They're not sure whether to come or go, like get close to you or not get close to you, because maybe you're not home enough, like for some of you. But that is what I have for you. I hope that has helped and not hindered in any way, but sending my love and light to you and your fur friend. Bye.